This video is brought to you by CM Storm, preferred choice of mice, headsets, and mechanical keyboards of Curse Gaming. Visit www.coolermaster-usa.com/team_curse for more details. Welcome to another Linus Tech Tips unboxing. This time we're going to be checking out something that I personally am very excited about. This is the ASUS Republic of Gamers G46 notebook. So this is a premium notebook that comes with their 360 care package, 2-year international warranty, meaning you can take it anywhere, 0 bright dot guarantee, 2-way free standard shipping in the event of an RMA, and 24/7 tech support. It looks like this one doesn't include their accidental damage, which only the very, very expensive notebooks do, but that's still a very strong included warranty compared to the offerings from other guys on the market, and ASUS has been making it a habit to do that with their notebooks. So why do I care about this notebook, you guys might be asking yourselves? Well, number one is that I like gaming notebooks. I like powerful notebooks. I don't play as many games as I used to, but what I might find myself doing is editing video on a notebook, or just generally being a power user and wanting something that gets closer to the desktop experience that I can have. We've got a nice protective paper sleeve here for the notebook itself. Just going to tuck that away. And what a gaming notebook typically does is it delivers a bit of a thicker overall form factor, but it is able to deliver better overall experience, a better overall performance, and a better experience for power users. So check this out. In terms of the thickness, here's an HTC One phone for size comparison. You can see it's not that thin, but it has powerful cooling, and that's part of the reason it has to be thicker. You can see through these grills the huge heat sinks that are cooling the GPU and the CPU, because this notebook does not skimp on the specs. It actually uses a Core i5-3230M, which can turbo up to 3.2 gigahertz, and a GTX 660M. So what you'll notice about this is that unlike other sort of massive gaming laptops, this one actually fits in my lap. It has the same kind of style and aesthetic that we've seen from other ASUS ROG notebooks, such as the G75. So you can see we've got an illuminated ASUS logo on the back with a shiny ASUS logo. So that's, an illuminated ROG logo. The overall notebook has a matte finish, so you can see I can touch it like this, and it actually doesn't show any fingerprints, which is great for something you're going to carry around with you, which this one is actually possible to carry around. I'd rather have thicker than bigger in this case. The hinge is extremely robust, so you can see it's attached here, not quite at the very edge of the notebook, but that gives you a comfortable distance between the keyboard and the screen itself. So let's just go ahead and give you guys sort of another angle of that. We showed you the back enough already. So on the bottom, you've got easy access to memory upgrades. The hard drive that comes in this particular one is a 750 gig drive with an 8 gig SSD, providing a caching functionality that gives it a boost in performance without actually having to have two separate drives. It's got an SD card reader on this side, HDMI out, super speed USB 3, as well as VGA. This is probably the most flexible display output that I like to see on a notebook. This is the flexibility I like to see, because between these two, you can adapt to pretty much anything else that you need to run. However, things do get better. So there's your power in, there's your gigabit Ethernet, there's 2 more USB 3, bam, mini display port. Love to see that. So you can actually drive multiple displays off of this notebook very, very easily. It's got microphone and headphone jacks that are dedicated. Some smaller thin and light notebooks are starting to integrate these into one, I think, three pole jack. So the ones that have both microphone and headphones on one. And now that we've opened it up, you can see it has a very sleek look to it. So the bezel of the monitor part is matte again, which I think looks really clean, really, really good. There's your webcam. But down here, you've got what appears to be brushed aluminum. Now, you guys, if you've been watching my videos for a while, will know what I think of brushed aluminum on places where you have to rest your hands, because it will stain pretty much instantly. But what ASUS has actually gone with here for the material is that brushed plastic that looks gorgeous. It looks just like brushed aluminum, except you can actually clean it, unlike brushed aluminum. So it'll come clean and it'll always look good, whereas brushed aluminum will look terrible pretty much immediately. On the keyboard layout itself, they haven't committed any cardinal sins. So they've got long shifts, long enter, and long backspace, meaning you'll be able to easily reach all of those buttons should you desire it. And all of your usual hotkeys are built into the top here. So brightness up and down for the illuminated keyboard, wireless on and off, that's wireless AC. So it has the very latest wireless standard, brightness up and down for your screen itself, as well as external display options, turning the touchpad off, which is an important option for gamers because the last thing you want is to be using your keyboard and then a separate mouse, which most people don't game on a touchpad, and then accidentally brush the touchpad with your palm and then have that accidentally move you around inside the game. Other than that, there's not too much to say about it. It does feature Nvidia Optimus, which is basically Nvidia and Intel's way of using their drivers. Well, I guess Nvidia developed it more than Intel, but Nvidia's way of using their drivers to turn the dedicated GPU off when you're not running a 3D application, and then back on when you are running a 3D application. That way you get the power benefit of using on the onboard GPU with the performance benefit of using the 2 gig GTX 660M GPU for actually playing games. So here, in summary, this is what it'll look like when sort of a slightly small homunculus style person actually holds the device. And it's just so much lighter and more portable than your typical gaming brick. So I was really excited when I saw this at CES, and now that I have it sort of in my hands in person, I am no less excited about it. Well, maybe a little less excited about it because I've seen it already, but whatever. I didn't get to show it to you guys in as much detail. I didn't actually show the accessories. So it comes with a power cord, comes with a notebook warranty card, which is important. Make sure you hold on to that, keep that information, because it does have, as I mentioned before, a very good warranty. Battery notice telling you about the warranty on your battery, drivers on a disc, as well as a user manual. There you go. And last but not least, presumably, yes, the power brick. So this is a little on the bigger side because even though ASUS has packed all that power into a small notebook form factor, well, it still needs to actually get the power somehow, so you end up with a bit of a bigger power brick. So again, this is a 4.3-inch phone, which should give you some idea how big that bad boy is. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos, and I'll see you guys again next time. So there's a couple things I missed. There's some optional configurations. It's available in a variety of different configs. So number one is you can either get it with a 1366 by 768 screen. This particular model comes with a 1600 by 900 screen, which is definitely the one I'd prefer because at that 14-inch size, 1600 by 900 delivers a compromise between a good gaming experience because you're not pushing quite as many pixels as 1900 by 1080, but also getting that desktop real estate that you need. You can also change up the storage config. So this is a 750 gig drive with an 8 gig SSD. However, you can get up to a 1 terabyte drive with a 128 gig SSD using a combination of the 2.5-inch bay and the M SATA spot that is available. And another funny observation that I made that I didn't even notice when I was doing the regular unboxing is that there's no battery. I couldn't find the battery. It has a non-removable battery. So my thinking for this, because normally a chassis this thick, you'd see a removable battery of some sort, but my thinking is that what ASUS actually had to do in order to fit this kind of performance and this kind of heat dissipation in such a small chassis is they had to go with a non-removable battery that's built into the device. So there you go. Now I think we're actually done. Thanks for watching. This video was edited on a workstation powered by Kingston Memory. It actually uses a Core i5 32... Oh crap, one more time.